Welcome to Second Unitarian Church. My name is Claire Gervasi, and my pronouns are they, them. Am I too close to this? Okay. Today we are in person at the Admiral at the Lake, as well as here in the 2U Sanctuary for the first time in quite a while. Look at our improvements, yay! It's so beautiful. Our floors look amazing. Our sanctuary looks amazing. And we're also continuing to meet virtually on Zoom. We ask everyone's indulgence for the complications of a three-part service. We're glad that you're here, whichever way you're attending. We are currently seeing both a national and global surge in COVID numbers. We strongly encourage people to wear masks during the service. This practice prevents transmission of the virus and helps us center the needs of those who are most vulnerable. If you need a mask, they are at the welcome table in the social hall. We especially welcome newcomers and visitors this morning. Finding a new community and making new connections can be challenging. Please know that we are excited to have you and look forward to getting to know you. If you're new to us today, please note that in the Zoom chat or mention it in person after the service during conversation during coffee hour. And if you would like, there are blue mugs you can use during coffee hour to signal to others that you're a newcomer, if you would like them to come up and say hello. We also always need people in the kitchen after coffee hour, and that's a great place to see old friends and make new ones. Our worship today is led by Reverend Jason Lydon via Zoom because he has COVID. Yeah, I know. And music is provided by the 2-year choir and Carl Kennedy, with Gail Gallagher as our worship associate. Our time together requires a large group of people who make possible the worship, the music, and the technical production. They are listed in the order of service, and we thank them for their ongoing service to our congregation. I have a couple of other announcements for you this morning. Following service today, we will take part in our first ever Member Palooza. This is a time to update your information in our church database, which is called Breeze. It's a time to sign up your children for religious education. It's a time to make your commitment to being a greeter some Sunday or even helping out with coffee hour. There are lots of ways to get involved at church, and our hope is that this Member Palooza makes that easier for everyone. Stick around in the sanctuary before heading off to coffee hour. Religious education classes for our children will start on Sunday, September 17th. Please plan to register your child for classes. Brittany, our Director of Faith Development, is still securing church members to fill teaching slots for the first half of the church year. If you have never taught before, here's your chance. Working with the youngest among us is such a blessing. No childcare experience required, promise. We'll walk you through it. Lastly, there are 2 upcoming gardening days. Please join Teresa Kennedy and the gardening team on Friday, September 15th from 4 to 7 p.m. and Saturday, September 16th from 9 to 11 a.m. You can find additional announcements in your order of service. And I now welcome Gail Gallagher to lead our call to worship.
We are a Unitarian Universalist congregation, a community of children, youth, and adults, a people of many beliefs and traditions, bound not by the specific list of things we believe, but the values we share. Whether you are joining us for the first time or for the 1000th time, you are welcome here. Whether you believe in God some of the time, all of the time, or none of the time, you are welcome here. Whatever your race, whomever you love, whichever way you move in the world, however much money is in your pocket, you are welcome here. I invite you, when you feel ready, to take a breath in and out. As the music begins, let us enter into our service together.
My goodness, thank you, choir. It is such a joy to be with you all this morning virtually, but goodness, do I wish I was with you in person. You may notice this amazing quilt behind me made by our brilliant quilting crew here at 2U, and I'm glad to be in front of it, feeling connected to you all, even as I miss being with you in person. In just a moment, though, Ryan in the sanctuary and Harris at the Admiral will light our chalices, the symbol of our faith. And we light our chalices this morning with these words from Kwok Hyung McNaughton, a UU lay leader. I am but a drop of water. Alone I would disappear, dried up by the scorching sun, or sucked up by the dry, thirsty earth. But together, we can wear out stones, carve out the Grand Canyon, make streams and rivers, and find our way to the sea. Ryan and Harris, would you light our chalices, please?
Join me in singing our opening hymn, number 1007, There's a River Flowing in My Soul. And if we could get this solo mic on, that would be most helpful. My heart, there's a river flowing in my heart. There's a river flowing in my heart, and it's telling me that I'm somebody. There's a river my mind, there's a river flowing in my mind. There's a river flowing in my mind, and it's telling me that I'm somebody. There's a river
Stand and join me in reciting our covenant. The words are on your screen. We covenant to build a community that challenges us to grow and empowers us to honor the truth within ourselves. We will be generous with our gifts and honest in our communication, holding faithful to a love that embraces both diversity and conflict. Called by our living tradition, we will nurture spirituality within a vision of the eternal, living out our inner convictions through struggles for justice and acts of compassion.
Now please remain standing as we sing our congregational hymn, number 123, Spirit of Life. Spirit of life, come unto me, sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion, blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Root hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me.
All right, you may now be seated. Good morning, everyone. I'm Brittany Morse, the relatively new Director of Faith Development. Great to see you all. So many of us carry bags with us as we go about our days. Maybe you bring a backpack with you to school or work. Maybe you carry a purse. Maybe you bring a bag between your parents' different homes. Maybe you keep your arts and crafts projects in a special bag. Or maybe you take lots of planes and have a carry-on bag that you take on each flight. At this time, I want to invite you to bring your bag forward with you to the chancel, if you like, or place your bag in your lap.
Everybody got their bags?
See
I know
lots
I
of
have
bags coming out
mine.
on laps, a couple coming up to the chancel. Awesome.
All right. Your bag may already have some things in it. I know mine does, all sorts of things. But today, I want us all to add something else. I want everyone gathered in the sanctuary and those of us at home or at the Admiral, we're going to share our blessings with each of these bags. One of the great things about blessings is that we all have an unlimited amount to share with each other. The blessings we share are made out of love, our Unitarian Universalist values, and the wisdom we have gained throughout our lives. So I want each person to gather up the blessings you have to share. Maybe check your pockets, maybe up your sleeves, possibly hiding under your shoe. I want everyone to gather the blessings you have to share with these bags into your hands. Everyone, here with a bag, open them up. Now, let's all of us release the blessings we have in our hands and pass them along to anyone else in the sanctuary or at home who can catch them. Pass those blessings along. Beautifully done, I think. I can't see you, but I believe you're doing a beautiful job.
They nailed it, Reverend Jason. All right. Sometimes when we go to school, take on a new project, or head off to work, we can get a bit nervous. Sometimes we need a little boost to our courage. When we feel nervous or worried, it can be good to have some extra peace or love from our community to make things just a little bit easier. Just as we did a moment ago, I want everyone to ball up their extra love and courage that we can share with one another. Once you have it ready, All that extra love and courage balled up in your hands. Release that love, that courage, and that care for your community. Send it towards everyone's bags. We're going to bring it with us on our journeys as we get into the school year. Love and courage all around. Nicely done.
Your bags might not look so different this moment, but you can be very sure that they are filled with blessings and love from your congregation. Going about our days can feel lonely at times. When that happens, remember that the people here, these people of your church, they've shared their love, their blessings, and their courage with you. Thank you all so much. If you're sitting at the chancel, you can go back to your seats. If you have your bag on your lap, you can fold it on up and put it back with you on your chair. Thank you. This is a day of sharing blessings. So thank you for blessing our bags together. I think you probably all know, but I like to remind us each Sunday that we all make a commitment, a pledge to support the ministry of our church. In addition to this contribution each Sunday, we take a collection so that we can share with those doing justice work well beyond our church community. While not all of us are able to come together in person, we can all still share our resources. And so to make your contribution, you can go to our website with the phone number that is in your order of service or will shortly be on your screen. And you can send a text to the number and you can make your contribution there. And for the month of September, we're sharing our plate with the Midwest Access Coalition. And this morning we have some words from Christina Romero.
Good morning. The Midwest Access Coalition, or MAC, envisions a world in which all people have access to safe, free, legal abortions wherever they live. MAC helps people traveling to, from, and within the Midwest access a safe abortion, and since 2014, they have supported nearly 5,000 people from 30 states. As many of you may know, even before the Supreme Court Dobbs case that struck down the federal right to an abortion, hundreds of people were coming to Illinois each year because they couldn't access abortion in the state that they lived in. Even in a state like Illinois, where there is no waiting period for an abortion, appointment procedures can last more than 1 day. And with inflation, it is more and more expensive to travel anywhere, but especially to another state. Last year alone, MAC provided holistic support to more than 1,600 people. Plate share donations to MAC go towards flights, bus, and train rides, ride shares to and from clinics, food, childcare, gas, medication, or other expenses that are part of coming to Illinois for abortion care. You can learn more about MAC at the link in your order of service, which is going to be bit.ly/SEPT-OCT2023 plate share. It's in your order of service. And take action beyond plate share by signing on to support the HEAL Act, which would expand abortion access for immigrant families, or you can also join the Chicago Abortion Fund Reproductive Justice Rapid Response List. You can also join Social Justice Ministries on Monday evenings from 6 to 8 in the evening at the Admiral to make post-abortion care packages and learn more about abortion access in the Midwest. Information about this gathering is also in the link in your order of service. Okay, thank you.
Now I invite you to join me in reading our offertory words. The words are printed in your order of service and are on the screen. This church is the community of ourselves. Its energy and resources are our energy and resources. Its wealth is what we share. As we contribute to the life of this community, we affirm it and enable its participation in the larger world around us. The offering will now be generously given and gratefully received.
One of the big parts of today is rededicating our incredible sanctuary. On October 11th, 1981, we, Second Unitarian, held a rededication service celebrating the massive changes to our building that we made. We turned the whole sanctuary around. We moved out the pews, we lifted the building to create more classrooms. We did so much work to make our space the place we needed it to be. Well, more than 40 years later, we are doing similar work. We're not obviously fully done with all the capital campaign construction that needs to happen, and yet we have something big to celebrate. Our sanctuary has been transformed once again. This time we refinished the floors, the same floors that held us up since 1906. Thank you, floor. Wow. What a gift that floor has been to us all this time. We also changed our chancel, removing the point from the backdrop, removing the point from the steps, and making the chancel truly accessible for anyone to get onto from the main sanctuary floor. We've also moved the baptismal font to the back. As a tradition that does not believe in original sin, we need not wash away the sins from infants. Rather, the beautiful baptismal font is an important part of our history, and it lives next to the bust of our founder, Reverend Robert Collier. Our history will always shape who we are in the present. It is the platform from which all else is built. We honor our history, and we transform as time goes on. Now, those of you in the sanctuary, I want you to plant your feet, if you can, solidly on the floor. Feel the new wood below you. Feel the strength. Feel the possibility of the next century. Feel the legacy of those who have come before us. Earlier in the service, we tossed around some blessings. This time, I want you to send your blessings from your mind, from your heart, from your belly, all the way to the floor. What are your hopes for this beloved space? What are your dreams for what will happen here? Whatever you can imagine, send it through your body down to these new floorboards, and may we make all these dreams come true. For those of us at the Admiral and those of us joining via Zoom, I want you to raise your hands once again. We might not all be able to be in this space, yet this space transforms us. We're held in it, even if only in our hearts. I want you to feel your dreams for our space. Imagine the impossible. Imagine the practical. Imagine the beautiful, and send it out. Wherever you are, send your blessings to this beautiful building on Barry Street in East Lakeview. Your blessings will surround us and keep us elevated. So let's reach back into our history. The following is an excerpt from the rededication of the church in 1981. You can find the words in your order of service and shortly on your screen, and this is a responsive reading. As a place where knowledge shall be honored and truth-seeking fostered, where the lessons of the heart shall be added to the studies of the mind, as a fountain of strength for the weak, as a source of reassurance for the despairing, as a wellspring of courage for the fearful, as a place of worship where we can consider the things worth and hear the still small voice within, where crises can be faced and decisions made. I can't hear you, so I'm going to guess that you said, we rededicate this church. To worship in prayer and song, to prophetic preaching by people of vision, to the pastoral ministry of this caring community, which is all of us, clergy and laity alike, the cultivation of knowledge and of art, of music and all that glorifies the human spirit.
We rededicate this church.
We are challenged to rededicate ourselves as well as this church. We rejoice as a free people that are joined together by our shared covenant. We rededicate ourselves and move forward in ways of truth and love.
We rededicate this church with great rejoicing.
Let us hear our anthem. Thank you, choir. How blessed are we to have such an amazing music director who works with our incredible choir to make sure we have beautiful music in our worshiping space. Thank you so much. Indeed, this morning is a day of blessings. We're sharing some with our congregational heritage connected with our Baptist siblings by experiencing a bit of a longer service today. I hope that feels okay. Some of our regular pieces were cut to make more space, but I promise they will return next week. Now, I wonder if you know, or maybe you remember this story from previous water communions, that the first water communion was created more than 40 years ago as part of a gathering of Unitarian Universalist women in Lansing, Michigan. This gathering of women was part of a growing movement of feminist Unitarian Universalists striving to create a more welcoming and life-sustaining Unitarian Universalism. When these women gathered, we did not yet have our 7 or 8 principles. Though both Unitarianism and Universalism have powerful religious histories, the merging of the two religions had only occurred a couple decades earlier. There was much work to be done in our young faith to center the voices of women, to honor women's wisdom, and to create theologies that were truly feminist. While that work is far from over, this gathering of UU women was crucial to the work and ministry of transforming our religious movement into the religion that we're called to be. 2 women, Carolyn McDade, the author of our beloved Spirit of Life, along with Lucille Shuck Longview, were tasked with creating a worship service to welcome the women who attended the gathering in Lansing. They titled their worship service, Coming Home, like rivers to the sea. Prior to the gathering, McDade and Longview invited participants to bring water from where they lived to the conference. The water was to be a symbol of the gifts the women were bringing to the gathering. The water was to be a symbol of the many experiences, ideas, theologies, and spiritual knowings these women had to share with one another. As each woman poured her water into the shared basin, the collected water grew with meaning. So as we take part in our water communion today, we do so in honor of these women, in celebration of their theologies, and with appreciation for the gift of this ritual. Just as the first water communion, our water holds meaning across time and space. Though we cannot share all of our water into one basin, we're still able to share our gifts. So in just a moment, I will ask everyone in the sanctuary to come forward, pour your water into one of our 2 bowls, the basins gathered there, and then share from the pulpit your name and either a gift or a hope that you have to share with 2U this year. Those gathered at the Admiral are welcome also to come forward and share your water. For those of us on Zoom, I encourage you to pour some of your own water out into the sink, knowing that the water systems of our planet connect us all. While our water might not all connect in the same space at this moment, we know that each of us is a river flowing into the sea of Unitarian Universalism. And so now, those of you at the sanctuary, I invite you to make a line coming up the side where the new ramp is, and then you can make your way around and you'll see a beautiful display of basins made by Shauna Wammeldorf that you can pour your water into. Then I encourage you to make your way to the pulpit and share the gift or the hope you have for 2U this year. And this is now the time to do so.
hear the lapping cars, and we bring gifts of music.
Love and enthusiasm.
Arlene, I hope I can still get here in wintertime.
Khadija, no shit to hope for. I hope for the well-being of everyone in this room.
Ryan, challenge sliding a lot.
My name is Carla, and the gift I have is teaching kids.
I'm Warren, and my gift is to try to spread a little more kindness and fellowship.
My name is Eric, and I'd like to give the gift of music as well.
My name is Rob. I'd like to share one of my talents with the church.
My name is Barb, and this big hope in my heart is for our 2 children.
My name is Whitney, and I bring the gift of encouragement.
My name is Alicia, and I bring my passion for creating connection.
I'm Brittany, and my hope is that all children and adults taking part in religious education this year have a joyful and meaningful experience.
I'm Tom Denayo, and I'm hoping the city will approve our permits for construction of the elevator soon. And this is Gene Horker, and he's a longtime member.
I'm April, and I'm bringing hope and well wishes for us continuing to strengthen our community.
My name is Chris, and I give the gift of curiosity.
My name is Steve Heyer, and I hope we continue to grow as a congregation and spiritually in the next year.
My name is Joy, and my hope is collective liberation and love.
Hello, my name is Christy, and I bring my gift of attention, paying attention.
Hi, I'm Brandon Nix. My water came from Louisiana swamp, and I will bring creativity.
My name is Dan Ashley. My gift this year is sitting in the back with one of the 3 people pushing buttons on computers.
Dan took mine. Now it's going to sound far less impressive. I'm Ricky Rivera. I'm also back there, and I hope to continue to share to you, not just with you all, but with people online and at the Admiral.
My name is Molly, the hope of continuous community.
My name is Christina, and I bring the gift of commitment to this church.
My name is Rama Komanduri. My hope is for a balanced budget.
Hi, I'm Pip, and my water represents adventure.
I'm Lizzie, and my gift this year is openness.
Hi, I'm Nat, and both a gift and a hope is play.
brown. My hope is to see more people of color here.
My name is Eli, and my hope is for the church to be involved in giving to the wider community around us.
I'm Judy, and I'm going to continue to provide history.
So we're David, Christy, and Audrey, and our desire is to connect.
I'm Diane, and I hope for a strong community.
I'm Rob, and my hope is that our community thrives.
I'm Anisha. I hope to spread love for all sentient beings, including non-human animals.
I'm Jules, and this is Indigo, and we're grateful for being welcomed to Renew. Thank you.
I'm Mary Helen. The water that I poured in represents water from Lake Superior, even though it came from the kitchen faucet. And my hope and gift for this congregation is to make every person feel warmly welcomed.
Hi, I'm Chauncey Branham. My prayer is for a better year for all of us and an upward trajectory on a graph.
Hi, I'm Sarah Richardson, and this is Rick Hudson. Our water comes from near Sleeping Bear Dunes in Michigan, and we are hoping to give the church spiritual growth for our children.
Hi, I'm Sean, and I think the gift I bring to this community is a sense of humor, hopefully so.
I'm Megan, and this is Kara, and we bring the gift of joy and a hope that all of us have a good year.
My name is Mary, and I bring the gift of song.
I am Kriyaj, and I hope we can bring more of the gift of social justice.
I'm Monica, and I hope that we continue to be the community of ourselves.
I'm Gail, and I am hopeful for continued connection, creativity, and a welcoming environment.
I am grateful for our mingled waters. Feeling a little emotional about it. The water will be boiled, frozen, and used in rituals throughout the year. You have blessed this water in your pouring. You have blessed this water with your being. Our church is blessed by you. Our final blessing this morning comes in the form of song. I invite you to rise in body or in spirit and join the choir as we sing the chorus of Jason Shelton's Holy Waters.
I invite you to cross your hands over your heart and hear these words of benediction from Reverend Allison Palm. We bless this water and our community with wisdom. May we know when to speak and when to listen. May we be ready and willing to learn from one another. We bless this water and our community with love. May we always know, no matter how hard life gets, that we are not alone. Go in peace, beloveds.
Hello again. I'm wearing my church lady hat, and I am wearing my Palooza sign. Here is what you need to do to make it a success. If you have a child or children and you need to register, or you want to volunteer to teach, or you want your child to light the chalice, or you just want to help the RE party, see Brittany on this side of the sanctuary. If you want to know if you are in the Breeze directory, our database, if you need to update it, if you want to have your picture in it, or you want to know how to make a pledge using it, there are some people who will be on this side of the sanctuary, and they will be wearing signs. If you want to help usher or greet people on Sunday morning, look for some people in the Palmer room who will also be wearing a sign. And if you want to help with coffee hour, set it up, help with the dishes, or bring a treat or two, look for somebody else out in the Palmer room. It's going to be chaos. But we are standing on a new, firm, strong floor, and I'm confident that you all will make this a huge success. Thank you.